Good morning. So I'm just looking out the window. We got some new snow. Isn't it pretty? That's my favorite little spot. I can't believe I had them build this room right here where I can see this. Isn't that lovely? I didn't wash these windows yet. I like my curtain rods. Oh yeah, I had an idea. I was gonna make a toilet paper holder with wood. I think what I'll do, I can make it with anything. What have I got here? So what could I do with this? How could I, wait a minute, it won't stand up. So now, what I'm going to need is a little post for the toilet paper. I'm going to use wood. Let's see what I can find. I want to have a dowel here somewhere. Better turn on the light. You know what would be better than a dowel is an antler. I think I have an antler here. Yeah, look at that. Now, wouldn't that be cool for a toilet paper holder? Huh. Now, how would I attach it to the wall? So let's come out of here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm almost done with this warp. Isn't that a beautiful thing I've made? Anyway, it's almost finished. So I can weave to here. And then I'm going to rewarp it, but I'm only going to put on, I'm going to make a mat, a rush mat. You know what rushes are, right? Rushes are these things. Right? This. And you know what I was thinking about this? I was thinking I could put this up on the wall. Like, what if I got that thing down and I put this up? I don't know how it would go exactly. I understand. It's because I had 29 things open. Okay, so if I were to put it over here, like so, I could take that down and I could put that up, and it could just be a decoration. Or I could take it to the studio and use it on the floor. It's a cement floor. Anyway, I'm not done with that. But what I was going to say, these are rushes, right? So what you do, usually you wet them to use them, but I'm going to make a mat on my loom. So it can be that wide, right? That's the width, that's the widest it can possibly be is here, right? So if I put in like a string or 2 strings, no, I guess 3 strings here. Well, see, you have to have 2 to make it go backwards, but if you have 3, then it's tighter, or even 4. So maybe I could put 3 or 4 every so far, right? And so I don't really have to do a complete warp, and I certainly don't need to use I will have to, yeah, it has to go through the reeds. Otherwise, they won't come up and down and open and shut. And so then I would just put these in. I did that back here. Let me show you. All right. Look at all those. So this right here, okay, so let me get this all out of the way there so I can show you. So this bit right here, this is made with rushes. But, it's like for a placemat, right? Something like that. It's too small for anything. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. You never know. Maybe I could use it and make it into a glasses case or something. Anyway, I have enjoyed using this pattern. You know, I've had this pattern on for, well, it's quite a few years now. Anyway, so that's what's going to happen here. And I have to hem and cut between all those. Anyway, I better put it back now while I'm thinking of it. It's a good thing I have all these tea towels ready because most of my tea towels are in pretty bad shape. All right, so yeah, I made that. I took magazine pictures and it's dirty right now, but as you can see, but I put magazine pictures on there and then I put Mod Podge under and over. I decided to start using this basket for a laundry basket. I need to use the things I have. I'm trying so hard to get plastic out of my life. Hey, want to see what I did? Yeah, this is really cool. Hi, Cole. So, I watched this show, and it was by Gordon Ramsay, and he, let me see, been straightening up in here. See, I straightened all that up this morning. And I straightened all this up. I have to finish weaving this. Oh, and you know what else I did? Because these green curtains aren't really very nice to look at, but I really like this. But when I open and close the curtains, so half the time I have to look at those blank green things, right? Whenever the curtains are shut. But now I put them behind it, so now I can always see something pretty. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know. Okay, so all right, I was switching the laundry. I've got it drying again. It's a washer dryer all one. Sometimes it takes a long time to dry things, like hours, because it's not a vented dryer, so it doesn't work that way. It works by condensation, so it condenses stuff right out. Okay, so want to see what's in my cupboard? I got some minced garlic and minced ginger, both of which I needed to do this. He had me roast this. So you cut it in, you cube it or whatever, and you add probably real garlic, not that's been sent from China and it's probably, whatever it is. Anyway, and you end up putting it in the blender and adding stuff and making hummus. But I did that a couple of days ago and I didn't really like it. I didn't like the way it turned out. All right, so what I was going to show you. It's kind of my rambling ways, right? Somebody gave me this and said that this is really good for good for my hair. But anyway, so I've got coconut oil. We get coconut oil really cheaply at, is it Freshco? Is that the name of the place? See, it's like $3 or something. Other places it's like 9 or 10 or 20. But if you can find that at your local stores, that's a cheaper kind. We gave up margarine long ago. Can't find all my drawers for that. I like these bags from Giant Tiger, except they are also made of plastic, even though they're, polyester is a plastic. Nylon is a plastic. Hi, Emily Jade. Lunchtime. Well, I'm lovely. Look what I got. I got some, this is flavored cheese. It's supposed to be like cheese, but it's not cheese. It's made of tapioca and coconut oil. Plus, it has lactic acid in it. Oh, vegan lactic acid. Well, how can you have vegan lactic acid? What else does lactic acid come in? I suppose it should stay in the fridge. Should it stay in the fridge? I don't think so. I shan't put it in there then. Okay. What am I showing you? What were we doing? You have to wash these, eh? If you don't wash them, they throw away the whole truckload of I wish we could buy stuff without that in it, without it in plastic. Now I have a big messy table here. The kids made a gingerbread house the other day. Isn't that sweet? So let's see if we can wash the table off. You know what I did? I moved the washcloths over here, because every time I go to the drawer, there's no washcloths. And then there's like 6 washcloths in the sink in different stages of filth. So now, I just bring one out when I want it. Not very nice to the rest of the members of the household, but anyway. Some of them may go missing because of the children, Guess I have to do some dishes too. They sure add up. But only if you eat. Only if you use dishes. That icing sugar, if you want to make a gingerbread house. I used to make gingerbread houses in the winter or at Christmas time. And I gave them to people. Can you imagine? I made 3 or 4 of them one year. Now, what are you saying? Why are you doing that? Is it because something in there is dry? Well, see how wet it gets, even though I don't know what it's telling me. But maybe this one in there is dry. This was very thin. It's not dry. Well, I don't know what she's telling me then. Maybe giving the option of adding fabric softener or something. Anybody else have an Ariston washer dryer? It's a European type, small, under the kitchen counter for people who don't have a lot of room. See? And it'll wash my big fluffy coat. Okay, I don't want to get sucked into all that. I'll have to clean it all too. Made some tea yesterday, never drank it. I put honey in and I nuked it, and then I put in lemon juice. So it's my honey lemon. My cold is finally gone. I had been really naughty and eaten a bite of something with cheese in it. Okay, dry the table. I know it's not clean. It's the way it is, right? It is what it is, what it is. You know, I went on Facebook today and I was thinking I would like to try this thing where you can avoid the algorithms, but you can't. That's a hoax. Don't even bother trying. But I was thinking after that, um, I was wondering how many people I do see the feed of, and I scrolled down, and I had to scroll, like there was, I don't know, a dozen ads between one person's post and the next. Look where I live. Can you believe that? Of course, that's the trampoline. Most unbelievably beautiful place in the whole wide world. Switzerland wasn't as nice as here. Well, it's different, of course. So this is my, so I took honey, and now I shall add some lemon juice. I gotta go through this cupboard and find out what's in there, and then figure out how to use it. I bought a whole bunch of gluten-free things when I went gluten-free, thinking wouldn't that be a good idea to make things with it, but yeah, and everything else on Facebook is shares. So I intentionally just write posts. I'm Nancy Today with 2 A's. NANCYTODAAY on Facebook. You can friend me if you want. But my account had a virus, and so it sent out forwards to everybody or something, telling my son to buy snowsuits or something. Let's see if I can turn you around. Hey, hello, there we are. So I was going to show you now Gordon Ramsay, I'm sorry I change the subject all the time. Somebody said that in a comment, but this is my brain. This is the way I have been my whole life. Sorry, it's ADHD. But on the upside, I get a lot of things done because I work on this topic, I work on that topic, I work on this topic, and although I don't finish them on the same day because that's not my goal. My goal is to enjoy my day and accomplish something at the same time. And so I have many projects that are ongoing. You ask, what are my projects? Well, first of all, I'm going to learn how to cook. I'm 64, it's never too late. I have nobody to cook for anymore except me and Willem, but I had never used spices, and so my poor first husband had the most bland, awful food. It was all just straight from the garden, and I didn't even use salt, or certainly not pepper. My mother never used salt and pepper. Maybe she did, but I never used pepper, so I never really knew how wonderful it is or anything. And I discovered olives lately. That olives, you add olives to avocados. My gosh, what a great taste! A bit of hummus and avocado and Jerusalem, or not Jerusalem, the other kind of artichoke hearts, globe artichokes. My grandmother, when my grandfather died, I went and stayed with my grandmother for about 10 days. It was a really good idea. Anyway, she made globe artichokes. She was a really fancy cook. She used all kinds of herbs. She had a big herb garden. I mean, it was huge. It was the size of my garden is now, but she had lots of flowers in it. I don't know what kind of flowers she had because back then I wasn't into flowers. I was growing up. All right, let's go back to this. 5 people and only 1 thumbs up. What is with this? Like and subscribe. That's what Desmond would say. Okay, let me show you what I've been playing with. Okay, so Gordon Ramsay has a video out there. It's called Cooking with Spices. And at my local health food store, look what they did. They stopped using plastic bags. Ha, I also bought some pistachios. Okay. See, another project. Ha. We won't go there. Okay, so we'll stay on this subject. So, you see, here is my pumpkin seeds. I thought I could buy them in these little bags and just keep them in the little bags. And of course, we don't have mice right now because we have all these beautiful feral cats outside. Did I tell you about my raccoons the other night? Oh, look, 2 people. Thank you for thumbing ups. Oh, look, these are little crackers, which are good to dip in hummus. Okay, so I'm going to have to put you down. Well, no, I can't because then you can't see things. Okay, so I got those, and what is this? Pistachio nuts and pumpkin seeds. These are all very good for you. You don't have to worry about things when you eat them. Okay, so one thing is pepper. I guess there's several kinds of pepper. I have, this is white and green and black from the looks of it. What's in this one? This was black peppercorn, coriander, pink peppercorns, Skinus terbinthifolias, white peppercorns, allspice, and green peppercorns. Okay, so that's got more things in it than we need, or than he asked for. So what he said is, first of all, he let us listen to this lady. Oh, wait, this is not that. Oh, yeah. He let us listen to this lady who was selling spices, and she said, always buy your spices whole. Well, of course, I never buy whole spices. Never, never, never. So these are artichokes. Now, you know what? You can plant them, and if you do, they'll take over your world. You can probably cut them and plant them. They will continue to grow, but you know, you'll have a continual crop, and that may be very important in the coming change of seasons. Something that will grow itself, because the frost won't kill it. You know, of course, you're not going to have to worry about frost too long. Look, it's a dirty one. Okay, so that's my bag of artichokes. These are my non-spices. And honey. And this is the best curry powder I've ever had. It's not just curry. I mean, look what's in it. Organic. Well, everything says organic, but let me just say everything else. Coriander, turmeric, mustard, cumin, fenugreek, paprika, cayenne, cardamom, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves. Every time I use this, my daughter says it ruins the curry, or what is it, the lentils. What was that noise? She said it ruins it because it makes it like with cinnamon in it. You know, I'm going to turn this table so the lines are lined up better. There. I enjoy cooking? Well, no, because it was a job. I had to do it. Okay, so paprika. There was this lady at the spice place in wherever that was that we were listening to on this Gordon Ramsay YouTube video. Anyway, she said she puts paprika on her ice cream. She puts it on everything. Okay, so I love these bags. These big ones were 2 for $4, and these little ones were 60 cents, 69 cents. I mean, that's an awesome price. Uh-oh. But they are not sealed. But I thought it would be so cool to have all my things in bags. Where would I put them? I could hang them on the handles. They look kind of funky then. I should hang them on little things against the back wall, but those would have to be plastic in order to stick to the tiles. Ugh. All right, let's carry on. You could glue wood on it? I don't think so. I thought about that when I was starting to turn it. Did you think about that too? Okay, so these are the items that I got. So he said, I didn't know how to label them, so I put the tags on like this. So these are all the seeds: cumin, coriander, fennel. Fennel tastes like licorice, right? And coriander is, I think it's the same thing. These are whole, but it's the same thing as cilantro when it's green. Cumin, it's for vegetables and lentils. It's in coriander, cumin, and red pepper are what's in samosas. So fennel, fenugreek. This must not be one. What's in this? Oh, this was that trail mix. See, you never go to the grocery store when you're hungry. Like all that, that's all because I was hungry. Oh, those things, not those. I wasn't hungry enough for those. I just wanted them. All right, next. This is anise. Now, fennel and anise look a lot alike, but of course, what is the difference? Don't they both taste like licorice? Okay, Google, what's the difference in the taste of fennel and anise?
On the website gardeningknowhow.com, they say, anise seed comes from a bush that is grown specifically for the seed. No other part of the plant is eaten. So, the difference between anise and fennel is actually pretty major.
Okay, well, okay, Google, what does anise taste like? And what does fennel taste like?
On the website thespruceeats.com, they say, anise has a licorice flavor that is sweet, mildly spicy, and very aromatic. This flavor is produced by anethol, an organic compound related to estragole, which produces flavors in tarragon and basil. On the website reluctantgourmet.com, they say, rather than making food taste like licorice, though, fennel imparts a light, bright spring-like quality to foods. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Fennel bulb, which looks kind of like a cross between an onion and the base of a bunch of celery, has a sweet, perfumey, anise-like flavor. Rather than making food taste like licorice, though, fennel imparts a light, bright spring-like quality to foods. Plus, fennel is good for you.
Okay, so that's the difference in fennel and anise. All right, and then we've got, what else we've got here? Garam masala. He didn't tell me to get that, but I love that. Smell that? It's a brown powder. I don't know what it's made of. I'll have to look it up. Okay, Google, what is garam masala made of? We have mustard seeds.
At home.com, they say, the most common spices that go into garam masala are cumin, coriander, green and black cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, bay leaves, peppercorns, fennel, mace, and dried chilies. And the quantities, combinations, and variations are endless.
So it's almost like it's just all of these things here. What did she say? Coriander. So he said that there were these very important seeds. These are his most important things. Fenugreek is here too. And what's this one? This was a Moroccan kind of spice blend he was showing how to make. Star anise. You're supposed to put 1 star in things. Have you ever seen star anise? You put it in and then you take it out. I had to work hard to find unbroken ones. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Anyway. All right, so let's get on with it. And he said red and green peppers are very important to him. So I got some red peppers and some green peppers. And they really don't have to go in this bag, I guess, but I don't know. Okay, what else have we got here? Cloves. Yes, he said whole cloves. And cinnamon sticks is another one. So I've got to get my cinnamon from over here, because I'm going to keep it all together. Cinnamon sticks. And then I have this black pepper. Ground black pepper. Yeah, but I don't. It was better to have them whole than ground. And when you don't smell the cinnamon in the cinnamon sticks, These are not going to be in plastic containers anymore. All going the way of plastic. I already have one of these curry powders. So, and this is whole coriander. So I got some more whole coriander. So I guess I'll put them together. And he said that whole spices will last a very long time. I'll throw that plastic thing away. Okay, and this is, what is this in here? Turmeric, yes, turmeric. Now they had this in a little bag of its own, which I will have to remove because I don't want plastic in my world anymore. And let's see what else we've got. Red peppers. And this is a ginger, big chunk of ginger in this one. And what's in this one? Nutmeg. Now I don't think he said nutmeg. That wasn't one of his. And garlic. Ginger and garlic were not, let me see how, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the ginger, garam masala, and the garlic. Garlic and ginger. Now, I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to decorate these bags something? A lean, fighting machine. That's me. Amazing, eh? Ta-da! It's amazing. You know what? Having lost all this weight, there's a big downside. It's like taking off your coat. I had a coat that weighed 65 pounds, and it covered my toes, the bottom of my feet, my face, my neck, my fingertips, covered my whole body, and it's gone. And I tell you what, I am cold. I haven't been this cold in Canada since I moved here, which is when I weighed this much. But I soon put on weight, which helped. I'm looking for the deer. Want to see? Ta-da! I'm turning around. I did my hair up. I did my hair for you. Let's turn this. Come on, turn. There. Now you can look at the curtain. Let's see if they're there. Oh, just the blue jay. You know what? I think the deer follow the birds, just like the fish, you know? The sharks and things, they follow the seagulls to find and the whales, they all follow the seagulls to find fish. So I think the deer probably also go towards the clattering of the blue jays, you know. I sure have a lot of stuff now. I think I've been very blessed. I have a soft shed. I have a camper, which I can hang out in if I feel like turning on the heater in there. I have all this wicker furniture, which I really don't need, but it's outside and it's very pretty and nice to use when it's there. And I have all that porch furniture, which is there. You haven't seen snow lately? We have 6 inches of new snow. See? This is a slide for the children. I made it by taking 2 pallets and leaning them against each other like an upside down V, and then screwing the slide on it. I think I want to do something with it. I want it in a different place. I had a little slide for the children, and I had it going through this hole. Oh, it's there again. I thought I took it out. So the children have to climb up the ladder and slide down through the stairs, and they have to slide down through the hole in the railing to get on the trampoline. Is that a Nancy Today Grandma thing or not? Huh. Indeed. Oh yeah, I was going to make this log. So if I take a slice of the log and put a post into it, and then I have to put a board on one side. So I need a little square board or rectangular board, and then I need a chunk of this. I need to drill out a hole the size of a dowel and stick the dowel in and glue it. And then that can be one. Or I could use this for a toilet paper holder. I think this would be fun. Now, it has to stick up like that, right? Hold the toilet paper, and it'll be against the wall. So it would stick out a long way. Or I could put it against the wall this way. Oh, I could put it right like that, so it's just a little angle. Okay. Just put it against here. How does that look? So what I could do, in order to fasten it to the wall, I figured out you can't really screw it on. But what you can do is you can drill a hole in it and insert a dowel into it. And then drill a hole in the wall into the stud and the size of the dowel. And so you are going to connect it with a dowel. So you put the dowel in the wall and it's nice and tight, so you have to hammer it in. Then you hammer this onto the dowel as well. Or you put this in and glue it onto the dowel and then you put it in. I did that somewhere else. Where did I do that? Oh, in the upstairs bathroom, that's right. Anyway, so this is an idea, but I don't like this is part of the skull, right? And I don't want the skull on there. I mean, that's not fur. So sad. But anyway, this is not a dropped antler, is it? This is a removed antler. I could take this down. I could cut that part off with my saw. And then I could use the drill press and I could dig a hole in it. And then I could find a dowel the size of my finger and put that in. I wonder if I could use the lathe and do stuff with things like this or with this. But this is kind of an unusual shape, right? I took off the branches and then I cut slices. This is the part in between the two logs that I didn't want to. There we go. That part went there. Between these two parts. I'm not sure what to do with them at the moment, though. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. Is that a dirty sock or is it clean? So I have all these spices now. So I'm going to try, like what I did. He said you take the coriander, cumin, fennel, star anise, the garlic and ginger you cut up and you put in the garlic and ginger, there they are. You cut those up and put them in with the squash. And then you take these and so you've got coriander and cumin, star anise, fennel, anise, or no, maybe just the star anise this time, fenugreek, and mustard. Mustard comes in with cumin at the end, so you don't roast roast them yet. And then it cloves. So and then after you've roasted those two, and the cloves, I think, coriander, cumin, anise, star anise, fennel, fenugreek, and mustard. Wait, no, the mustard you add with the anise afterwards, or the cumin. The mustard and the cumin. I have to go back and see what he said. The turmeric. He didn't say to use the turmeric yet. So these three you have to cut up. Those are turmeric, garlic, and mustard. And these are ones he didn't ask for in that recipe. I don't think he even put these in it. But he spoke very highly of these. I've never tried them and tasted them, so I guess I'll try them. Oh, and also pepper. Yeah, that's what went in this too. Oh, and cinnamon sticks. You break the cinnamon stick. So you take coriander, cinnamon, cloves, fennel, pepper, and fenugreek, and you fry them up in a dry frying pan. Let's see where he said here. Cinnamon, cloves, coriander, fenugreek, fennel. Then once it's a Moroccan blend, and when they're ready, they pop. And then you add mustard and cumin to them. Meanwhile, you've got the butternut squash in the oven, and you add paprika and crush it. When is that? After you do that, then you add the paprika. Oh yeah, so you don't roast those two or that one. Those two you add, and then you add this and crush it all in your big thing that I don't have, in your bowl, metal mortar and pestle. And then here, then you chop up some ginger and garlic and add them to the butternut squash, and you cook it for 30 minutes on a hot oven until it's soft. So a hot oven is like 450. And then you cool it for 30 minutes, and then you blend it with some tahini, a dash or drizzle of olive oil, a can of chickpeas or some chickpeas, and a dash of lemon. And that you put in the blender, you see? And then you add all of your stuff. Now this has been in the blender for a couple of days, but you know what? I think those bubbles were because it was so full of air. I think it's also gone bad now, I think. But I think that when I made it, I didn't like it because it was too, I bet it's fermenting. You know, people nowadays, they eat fermented food. It's so weird. Well, I guess we always have, right? But now the kombucha or whatever. All right, so there we go. So I told you how to do that. But now we'll do it later. But I don't feel like doing it right now. They're like what's that? Water chestnuts. You get it in those vegetables, those frozen bags of vegetables. But it's you don't want to eat too much of it because it's a little overwhelming. But it's pretty good. So where should I put them? I think I'll take the coriander. Oh wait, first I have to add that to it. So let me spin you back. Yards. I'm gonna put the rest of the coriander seeds. She said they'll last forever if they're whole. Okay, so that's coriander. And this can go in the reuse, but I have to wash it first, don't I? Such strange rules. All right. And then I will take this. Now the pepper, this is cinnamon. See, I don't have a bag for the cinnamon, but I will as soon as I take out stuff like this. What have I got in this one? This is trail mix. So what about removing these little chips from this bag? I kind of like the bags. What's the other one here? We'll remove these, whatever those are called. Remember when I tried to do pottery? And I made these? I made these at Mira in 2009, 10 years ago. Nancy today. What does that say? I'm clay in the master's hand. Okay, so we'll take these out of here. There's not room in there for them though. Let's get a bigger bowl. Here's one. Look at this one. Do something that scares you. What does it say? Do something every day that scares you. Do something every day that's supposed to be that's day, that scares you. Anyway, my motto. So I'll put these in there. Oh, it's too big too, so I guess some go in here. Should leave these on on the table in the living room. The children are away. So I'll put the cinnamon sticks in this bag. And I will put cinnamon on this. And this little thing I got with it. CINNAM. Oh, and my letters did not come out distinctly at all. So I'll take them out of here. Now she said that the best spices are the ones with layers. Let's see in this little container. And you break them. And if you don't smell them, you do this, and then you smell them. Maybe your hands were sweaty. Well, I guess you could smell it. Anyways, I'll put them in here. So the things that he wanted, which are going to go in one bag, or in one place. So there's coriander and cinnamon and cloves. Were cloves on that list? And fennel and fenugreek and then mustard and cumin. Okay, so we're having all these in one spot, which I have to figure out where that will be. You know what? I probably should hang them all up there, but that's a little high for me. And that wouldn't do to have it all there. Wonder if I can